Hey there guys, I'm SonicGhost and welcome back to some more Let's Play Mega Man Maverick Hunter X. Last time we defeated 3 more Mavericks in the game, Launch Octopus, Sting Chameleon, and Boomer Quanger. In this episode, we're going to defeat the last 2 Mavericks we have left, starting off in the electromagnetic power plant with Spark Mandrill.
Mandrill.
So, start off the stage, you notice this giant battleship that just crashed here in the very beginning. That's actually Storm Eagle's battleship. If you defeat Storm Eagle before coming to Spark Mandrill's stage, you notice this battleship is crashed here, which will actually turn off some of the electricity, make your life a lot easier going through the beginning section of the stage. As you just seen there, I collected myself a sub-tank using the Boomerang Cutter. That's the only way you're going to be getting that, so if you don't have the Boomerang Cutter, you're unfortunately having to backtrack for that one. You want to be careful with that because I just recently found out that that can actually clip through the floor if you're not careful. So you want to be very careful, don't move when collecting that one, just to make sure it doesn't clip through the floor, because it has happened to me before. Did that just fall through the floor? It did! How the heck? Hang on. I'm confused here. Did it just like did it just glitch? Let's go ahead and show off the charged ability of the Storm Tornado, which is this giant cyclone. It's really only useful to me for attacking enemies that are above me, so I don't find myself using that charged up ability of the Storm Tornado all that often. I just mainly use the standard shots, as I find that just does more damage over time. But with that said, this enemy isn't per se weak to the Storm Tornado, but it just makes this fight a lot easier, so that's why I use the Storm Tornado here. It just makes things a lot easier and a lot faster than just using like the Buster, for example, so that's why I do that. Right here, I want to go ahead and charge up my Chameleon Sting, and go ahead and become invincible. Just run through this section as fast as I can now, because I don't even need to worry about anything. Nothing can hurt me in this state. And with that, we got ourselves a heart capsule right here we need to go ahead and collect. Now this one's kind of a pain, because you need to use your Boomerang Cutter, and you gotta launch it in a specific way, so it'll take you a couple attempts. Luckily, if the Boomerang comes back to X, he'll actually regain some of the energy for it. So you can do this as many times as you want, as long as the Boomerang comes back to you. But there we go, we got it. That one's a pain because you gotta just wait for that Boomerang to go upwards, and hopefully it's aiming towards the thing you need, which is the heart capsule in this case. So it takes a couple tries, unfortunately, to get to. It's not fun to get in all, in my opinion, but just give it some time. You can also try to use the charged up ability of the shotgun ice, but that one I won't recommend doing because that one's a lot harder to time. So I would just say use the Boomerang Cutter and hope for the best. But now with that said, we're at the end of the stage, so let's go ahead and take on Spark Mandrill.
Time to get started. X, you showed up.
Spark Mandrill, do us both a favor and surrender peacefully.
I don't think so, X. Oppose me and I'll crush you.
Sounds like you've gone Maverick. Your time has come, Spark Mandrill.
I'm not the smartest guy around, X, but I have a feeling that Sigma is right.
So Spark Mandrill here is considered one of the easiest Mavericks in the game to face if you have his weakness, but if you don't, then he's actually pretty challenging. He'll stick to the walls, and he'll also do this ramming attack with a drill, which not only does a lot of damage, but if you're on the wall when he's ramming it with the drill, he will actually knock you off the wall and into the drill. He'll also use this shockwave type of attack, so you want to be careful of that. It will go off the walls, so you have to be very mindful of that. But outside of all that stuff, there's not really all that much else he'll do, so you just gotta keep in mind what he's doing next, and just watch his movements to see what's gonna happen to you. So, just go ahead and keep on moving around, and fortunately I wasn't able to get off the wall when he did that drill attack. You want to be able to jump off that as soon as you see him move towards you, so just like that.
This is what it's like.
But there you go, Spark Mandrill is down, so we defeated yet another Maverick.
Mission accomplished.
So now with Spark Mandrill defeated, we'll absorb his weapon, which is the Electric Spark. The Electric Spark is a slow-moving attack, as you can see here, but the nice thing about it is once it hits a wall, it acts as a spread shot. So I find this is a really useful weapon for attacking enemies that are sticking to walls. And now with that said, let's go ahead and take on our final Maverick of the game, which is in the Energy Mine Ruins. We're going to go ahead and face Armored Armadillo.
Armored Armadillo.
So if you're trying to 100% this game, I would highly recommend when going through the stage, do not get hit by anything whatsoever, because there's something in this stage you actually need to do a perfect run for in order to get. If you get hit even once, you're going to have to play the entire stage over again. So I just recommend dodging everything that you see and using that charge up ability of the Chameleon Sting whenever possible. So with that said, I'm going to go ahead and use that right now, making my life so much easier. Right there you saw we collected the final sub-tank of the game, so now we have every single sub-tank, which is always nice. And right here, I want to be very careful if you don't have the Chameleon Sting. Look at all the stuff they throw at you. So this is why I say it's just best to use this Chameleon Sting and just charge up to its full capacity and just go invisible. There's just no way you want to do all this stuff if you don't have it. Right here, I'm going to go ahead and do a nice jump. That was a really good jump, to be honest. And want to go ahead and destroy this little tank. That will take a lot of shots normally, but if you use something like the Fire Wave or the Storm Tornado, you'll kill it in like one shot. So you want to go ahead and do that. Also, I kind of forgot how far ahead I was because I want to go ahead and charge up my Chameleon Sting and be invincible. But you need to destroy that tank because if you don't, you'll actually block the way to your final heart capsule. So you want to go ahead and beat that thing, which the best way to do so is to kill it. But right here, if you've taken no damage, you want to go ahead and jump off at the peak of this. If you do so, you get yourself your final light capsule.
Ah, X. So you've made it this far, have you? Enter this capsule, and you will receive an ability that only a few people have been able to master through intense training. Since your soul is nearly human, I suspect you can master it. X, feel the power flowing in you. Learn to throw fireballs!
So right here, this is actually a pretty nice Easter egg to the Street Fighter series. If you 100% completed this game and went through Armored Armadillo stage without taking a single hit, you'll get to do this. That's right, we have gotten ourselves a Hadouken. The Hadouken is a really useful move. You have to do the same motion as in Street Fighter, so down right in the attack or down left in the attack, depending which way you face. And that's a one-shot KO of the bosses. I'll be showing it off later, but for now, let's go ahead and face Armored Armadillo.
I am under strict orders to protect this mine.
You don't need to take orders from someone like Sigma. He's insane! Open your eyes, Armored Armadillo!
Whether he's insane or not, it's not my place to judge him. I must obey.
Looks like you've gone Maverick. I'm taking you out.
Enough talk. I'm ready to obey my orders. Enough talk. Let's fight!
So Armored Armadillo here is probably one of the hardest Mavericks to fight if you don't have his weakness, because he does take a lot of damage. And plus, whenever you shoot a charge shot or any kind of shot in general, he will actually bounce back at you with his own attack and he'll absorb your shot. So the best thing to do is wait for him to come out of his little spin animation there and then just attack him. And whenever he's doing his charge shot, he does telegraph it so you can easily dodge it. Unfortunately, I am talking over it, so it's a little bit harder for me to hear it. But normally, you'll hear him say, "Here's a little present for you." And from there, you want to go ahead and jump right before he says "for ya," because that's when you can easily dodge his attacks. And as you can see, the moment he comes out of his little ball here, you can get a lot of damage in right there. So those are your two best moments to attack, and your only two moments to attack him. Because outside of that, his armor is so thick, it will always bounce your shots off. Now, if you use his weakness against him, the Electric Spark, you'll actually knock his armor off of him, which will expose him more and allow you to attack as often as you want. But because I'm trying to fight all these Mavericks like I don't have their weaknesses whatsoever, I'm not able to shut it off just yet. So we'll be seeing that later actually, but not now. For now, we're going to have to fight him the old-fashioned way, which does take forever. Now this is the other type of attack he'll do, which Armored Armadillo will go super fast around the room and go all over the place. So you want to be very careful about that. And sometimes he'll do that, sometimes he'll just bounce around the room like normal. The way you can tell is he'll rev up a little bit longer if he's going to do this. So just pay attention to what he's going to do next, and then you'll easily be able to avoid whatever's coming at you. Because outside that, all his attacks are pretty telegraphed. The only thing that'll probably be a little bit harder for you to dodge will probably just be his shots, because they're in a wider radius. But outside of that, everything else is pretty simple. And as you can see, this kind of takes forever if you're trying to attack him with your buster only, so yeah, this is pretty much the rest of the videos you can't imagine already. It's just that long of a fight. Alright, there you go. Just a couple more charge shots and then he'll be down. Luckily, you can also attack him when he's shooting those little lasers at you. It's just it sometimes works and sometimes doesn't for me, so I don't always get to do that.
It was a good fight.
There you go. Armored Armadillo is now defeated.
Mission accomplished.
With Armored Armadillo defeated, we'll get our final weapon of the game, which is the Rolling Shield. The Rolling Shield is a nice little ball that obviously will shoot out your arm, but if you charge it up, it will make a shield around you, which will protect you. So it's a really useful weapon just for that alone.
We have an incoming transmission. It's Zero.
Get this info to X. I've discovered Sigma's base. I'm sending the coordinates now.
We've located you, Zero. I'm on my way.
Okay, but listen, this place is more secure than I thought. Let's split up their forces. Find another route in.
So now with that transmission from Zero, we're able to start our way into the Sigma Palace. The Sigma Palace is actually broke up into 4 stages, so we do have a long trek ahead of us. But now with that said, I'm actually going to go ahead and end the episode here. So next time on Let's Play Mega Man Maverick Hunter X, we'll start our trek into the Sigma Palace and find out what Sigma's really up to. I'll see you guys next time.